because we're not messing around, we have a 1-liter tank. And for those of you keeping track at home, that's 50 times more fart spray. To pull this off,
That's a
instead
lot
of
of
using a
farts!
rotating...
What up, Sauce Gang, and welcome back to the channel. Hot Sauce Beats here with a massive reaction for you because Mark Rober just dropped a banger of all bangers, and I'm talking about the GlitterBomb is back, baby! Mark Rober just dropped Car Thieves versus the final GlitterBomb 5.0. Now what's scary though is we don't want this to be the final GlitterBomb. This is a yearly tradition, but I'm beyond hyped to react to one right now. But before we jump in this video, make sure you show Mark Rober some love by liking the original video and subscribing to his channel. And if you enjoy my reaction, please help support the channel by smashing that subscribe and like button. It's absolutely free and it greatly helps out the channel. But enough talking, let's get to reacting and roll that ball mess intro.
Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Eat, sleep, make beats. Eat, sleep, make beats.
Hot Sauce Beats! Woo-hoo! It's time to make some thieves look stupid. Let's go!
This guy is stealing my package from a car, and this guy took my package off the porch. But what they don't realize is this is the final GlitterBomb. GlitterBomb 5.0.
Yes!
And for the final year when you lift the lid, the glitter is delivered by drones.
Watch out, Mark!
5 years ago, when these two stole a $6 package from my porch,
All of a sudden, drones is... Bro, I'd be running for my life, yo!
little did they know that singular act, on an otherwise unremarkable lovely spring morning, would set in motion a series of events that would unleash buckets of glitter in the homes of would-be Porch pirates nationwide, and eventually lead to the takedown of a $60 million international crime ring. So today, not only will I show you what happens when you combine autonomous drones and glitter, and then what happens when you get into a chess match with a bunch of car thieves, but I'll end the whole series with an update on what happened to those massive scam call centers we infiltrated and exposed in India.
That was crazy. I mean, he released rats on him, dude, or mice. Mice! We are a little over a week away from Christmas, and Mark Rober just gave us a present. Merry freaking Christmas, chat. Let's go!
Now, if you're new here, the 10-second recap is that after that package was stolen from my house, the police wouldn't do anything about it, even when presented with the evidence. So at that point, I knew that to avenge the theft, I was gonna have to use my engineering skills to go full Home Alone.
Time for some science, baby!
And seeing how this is the final GlitterBomb video, I think it's worth a brief recap of how the
07s for the GlitterBomb videos, chat. 07s. You will be missed, GlitterBomb videos!
box design has naturally evolved over the years. Out of the gate in year one, it was a simple concept where when you took the lid off the bait package, this cup would spin, unleashing a pound of the world's finest glitter. And then hidden inside to record all the action, we had 4 phones, plus a canister of fart spray in an effort to encourage the thief to get rid of the box so we could go and retrieve it. And that went pretty well, so we spent the entire next year working on version 2.0, where we doubled the amount of fart spray and drastically improved the formula, which ended up nearly killing Macaulay Culkin.
I forgot Macaulay Culkin was on there.
I still smell it.
Oh, I can taste it. Oh, it doesn't taste like McDonald's.
We also switched to biodegradable glitter and added a meaningless countdown.
4.
And some
was
fake
probably my
police
favorite
chatter.
thing. The police chatter's the best.
Just to make things more exciting. Then for your
And I think the next year they also added the lights, the police lights,
3,
right?
we doubled the fart spray canisters once again to a total of 4 and added a handle the thief would be tempted to grab, which we covered in that super stinky mousetrap goop. And for the previous 2 years, the package thieves would often shove the lid back on right away, which covered up the cameras. So we added these posts near the top of the box that would passively pop out, which made it impossible to put the lid back on once you'd removed it.
14. 13.
We also added flashing police lights and made a doormat that had these conductive charging contacts so we could keep the whole box fully charged until the moment it was stolen. Then for GlitterBomb 4.0, as soon as you touched the lid, it would get shot straight up into the air, compliments of these 2 boxing gloves attached to pneumatic pistons. We also added an actual car horn to make things more exciting and redesigned the cup so that by using the centrifugal force generated from spinning,
They would do it twice. I forgot about that. Yeah, it'd do and then it'd kind of fall back in and then it'd do multiple.
3 chances to shoot some glitter instead of losing it all in one single shot. Then for the porch, we built a fake planter box that would slide over and hide the package at night so the homeowners wouldn't have to worry about bringing it in, and we were guaranteed to get it stolen in the day when the light was better.
Mark,
and all of
you're
that
a genius!
brings us to year 5, GlitterBomb 5.0. I knew this was going to be the last year, so I decided to go for broke and attempt the biggest redesign to date. And this is a terrible whole idea, by the way. In engineering, if something is working well enough, conventional wisdom states you should basically change nothing, but pretend like you changed a lot.
It's called don't reinvent the wheel. The wheel's already a wheel. It's already good. Don't reinvent it. You know what I'm saying?
So for starters, last year we had 4 vials of fart spray for a total of 20 milliliters, and for this year, because we're not messing around, we have a 1-liter tank. And for those of you keeping track at home, that's 50 times more fart spray. To pull this off,
That's
instead of using a
farts!
rotating cam system
That's
like
a lot of
before,
farts!
now we have a peristaltic pump that continually forces the fart spray through 2 nozzles and basically never lets up. And because I can't exactly explain how much worse something smells over video,
Oh my God.
this is a sensor that measures the number of particulates in the air. And the more particulates, the more intense the smell. And if we place last year's glitter bomb in the chamber, it measures 250 particulates of nastiness per
gonna be
liter,
like
whereas
1,000.
this year's tops out at 750,
I was
which
close.
means it's not only gonna last a lot longer, but it's gonna be 3 times more intense. Now, to house that massive reservoir of fart spray, we had to expand the footprint for the box, which means we had room underneath it to house the brains of the system on an upgraded custom printed.
Bro, can we just take a moment and give some love and props to Mark and his team, dude? They're making amazing stuff here, dude. Like, this is literally engineering at its core, and it's amazing, dude.
Circuit board that communicates directly with all 4 phones. And quick shout out to my friends at T-Mobile, because last year we found they had the best coverage when we were replacing the boxes, so this year they hooked us up and let us put them all on their network. Then for the glitter delivery mechanism, the idea was to hack some of these mini drones and rewrite their code to make them autonomous, where they could fly themselves without needing to be in communication with the computer. So the idea for this year is the thief would bring the bait package back to their house, then remove the lid, which would lower these 2 doors, allowing the drones to wake up and take off.
What
And
if
so
it,
instead
like,
of a single
cuts them, though?
concentrated area of glitter from a spinning cup like before, the drones would just meander all around the house, leaving millions of tiny shimmering
that's so
reminders
awesome,
not
bro.
to take stuff that isn't yours.
Yeah!
And as part of our code rewrite, if the proximity sensors register someone approaching, they'll just casually fly themselves to a different part of the room. And all of that perfectly sets up the checkmate, because while they're fully distracted dealing with the drones, the box starts to drastically change the
my
room's air
God.
quality at a rate of 1 liter per minute. This design was ambitious and arguably had a much higher risk of failure in the field, but then we took it one step further by designing a sister box that could be used for a car break-in. Since I live near San Francisco, which is the smash and grab capital of the world, 2 years ago we went right into the lion's den, which placed the box.
And maybe he's about to, yeah, I think he's about to talk about this. Like, they didn't even do this on purpose. They literally, one of their things legitimately got broken into and stolen.
In a somewhat alarming predicament. And while tempting, it seemed irresponsible to have a couple drones flying around inside a moving vehicle, so this box can be triggered remotely via text message and can activate the fart spray without needing to be opened. And then right before the nozzles kick in, this 360 cam pops up to cover all the action. And if at any point the camera senses it's being tampered with, just like one of those fancy hood ornaments, it will retract itself back inside the box. So after about 10 months of designing, building, and testing, we set them out on a bunch of porches and in a bunch of cars, and we waited. And we didn't have to wait long.
We don't have to wait long. Let's go. Stupid porch pirates. You smelly porch pirates!
Brand new in the box, bro.
You see that one just had like 2 TVs just sitting on the side of the porch?
Huh. Check it out. This is mine now, homie.
This is now mine, homie.
Nice, homie.
I forgot exactly what happened, but they pulled out a gun.
Yeah, that's it. I pulled out.
Did the drone just like shoot out at it? Yeah, see, this is what I was saying, dude. Like, I love the idea behind the drones, and I know this is a crazy world we live in, but I just imagine like a thief literally getting his eye cut by one of these drones and then them suing Mark Rober. Like, it's a crazy world we live in, dude. But I've heard of stories like down in Texas of people breaking in and then them suing the homeowner because they got hurt. Like, I don't know, dude. It's a crazy world we live in, chat. This is what I'm excited for. The leader of fart spray.
15, 14, 13.
And that would scare the Ataki out of me.
Activation complete. Recovery sequence initiated.
And I really appreciate the hustle from these guys, especially because when all is said and done, they they just decide to make this their neighbor's problem. When we retrieved this next box, as you can see, it was completely destroyed and the phones were gone. But thanks to those blazing T-Mobile network speeds, we were able to recover the following footage from the cloud.
Wow, so they legitimately just like started like kicking and breaking. They're like, we're gonna get these dang phones, sucker.
Our neighbor here, put it down a little. Our neighbor here, the other camera. Actually, I'd love to give it to you for Christmas.
Yeah. No way.
What? The new one, huh?
Yeah, it's the new version.
Can we just leave it in the car for now?
Yeah, we'll leave it in the car for now.
Because we're not trying to
bring attention to it.
not say that I did anything wrong.
So they eventually took this home and were apparently pretty upfront with their kids about where they got it from.
It's a VR. Really what it is, it has the handles and everything.
So they go for like $100.
Keep it. They can get another one. Yeah, you can make money or you can give it back.
Dude, this is what bugged me about the last one too, is these, because there's another one just like this. The parents are like, yeah, we got it, you know, enjoy it. I mean, we stole it, but like, dude, what kind of role model are you for your kids? Your kids are gonna end up thieves too. Like, God, that drives me nuts, bro. As a parent, it drives me crazy.
Let's open it.
Yeah, let's open it, all right?
Oh my God, it's a bomb.
Mom, I think it is a bomb.
Mom!
And in addition to porches, just like in years past, we placed some boxes by group mailboxes, so that way we could track the number of Good Samaritans that will call the number on the box from year to year.
It's for me. And for you. Yay! Yeah.
Oh wow, 07s. Oh my God, that's so loud. How did that get so loud all of a sudden? Holy cow, 07s for your ears.
14, 13, 12.
That's really loud, bro. Oh God. I think it's a scam. Yeah, you just made Mark Rober's video. Congrats.
You YouTubers.
Oh my God. I hope he's just getting sprayed with that fart spray.
15, 14,
I
13.
love how this kid's trying to make it sound like Mark's the bad guy, dude. Like, yeah, they do this to scam people. Maybe not steal people's shit. How about that, kid?
12,
Jesus, dude.
11, 10, 9, 8,
Run!
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's the final countdown.
Recovery sequence initiated.
Switching gears for a minute, for the past 2 years, I've experimented with placing a glitter bomb in a parked car up in San Francisco because it's considered the car breaking capital of the world. And things are so bad now, it's not even just the parked cars that are getting targeted. They average 73 car break-ins per day, and at this point, people have resorted to just leaving their doors wide open, hoping the thieves can verify for themselves that there's no valuables inside, so they won't smash the glass just to check. And for the past 2 years, while we did get the
Just right out in the open, dude. That is insane. Like, the car's moving, and I'm gonna break in while you're driving.
glitter bomb
What?
stolen, all we could really do was just play an alarm sound so they throw them out, because they never actually opened them in the car. And after doing some research, it turns out there's a reason for that. It's actually a fairly organized system called a fencing operation, where the cars will go out in groups, and then immediately afterwards they'll bring it to a middleman who will pay cash in exchange for the most valuable things they steal, like laptops. But the gut punch is that important documents like a passport or pictures or plane tickets don't really hold value for the thieves, so they just get thrown in the trash. And now that we knew they didn't plan on opening the box in the car, we designed the nozzles to poke through the lid so that even if they just threw it in the back seat, once the proximity sensor on the bottom registered it was stolen and the box texted us, we could track them using the embedded GPS, and a simple text message back would raise the camera and activate the fart spray for 2
Oh my
minutes
God.
straight. So we headed up to the city
Let's
and placed
go!
our modified car box nice and visible in the
Oh my
car and
God,
commenced
dude.
our stakeout. And you can see this first black car rolls up and this guy gets out and spots it but doesn't take it. And then a little while later, this beige car rolls up and he sees it too, and the same thing happens. Then not too long after that, this white car rolls up and once again, they clearly see the box, but they just leave it sitting right there without even breaking a window. And after observing all this, our best guess was that it was the size of the box that was spooking them, so we removed the heart and all the other critical components from the large box and placed them into a smaller box. And while it occupied a smaller footprint, it maintained all the same.
Dude, it's literally, Mark has to be an alien. How can you be this smart? Like, you know, I think this box is too big. Give me 10 minutes. I'm gonna make it smaller and put it in a, he's MacGyver. And I just also realized most of you probably have no clue who MacGyver is. That's very sad. It's like the greatest TV show of all time.
Functionality of the bigger box.
MacGyver is Mark Rober.
Like an enticing item
Mark
to
Rober
steal.
is
So the next day,
MacGyver.
we put it back out on the street, but this time someone came by and actually smashed the window. Only we didn't see them leave with the box. And our working assumption was that he just wasn't able to open the door to take it, but when we checked the footage, it told a different story. Not only did he once again intentionally not steal a smaller box, but the real reason for breaking the small window was to pull the back seat down and check the trunk. Which means if you take nothing else away from this video, you should know putting your luggage in the trunk is not a solution to keep it from getting stolen. The reason they break these little windows so often, but it seems like nothing is missing, is because they're pulling down the seat to quickly check what's hidden from view in the trunk. And
Oh, so they don't even want the little box. They want something bigger. Wow.
At this point, it was pretty disappointing, but we realized they'd adapted. Word must have gotten out from stealing our glitter bombs in previous years that a juicy looking box like this sitting out in plain sight is nothing but trouble. And as an engineer, I never claimed to have all the answers, but I know the process to get all the answers.
Crazy,
and that's
dude.
trying and failing and tweaking
crazy.
over and over again. So while we did have a couple useless car boxes and a busted window, we also knew their MO, which meant we now had a plan. And that plan was to shrink the box down even further to fit it in a backpack. That did mean we had to make some compromises, like losing the camera and reducing the fart spray reservoir down to this improvised pouch. But to make sure that it was still adequate, we sprayed it on this chair, and not only did it still last for 2 minutes, but we left that chair outside to air out and confirmed a few days later it was still in real bad shape. So with renewed hopes, we once again hit the streets, this time with 2 backpacks in 2 separate cars, parked in 2 different spots.
It's a
And as fate would
legit
have it,
genius, chat. Like, how? How do you get on that level? I want to be on Mark Rober's level. Do I need to go back to college for another 10 years to learn rocket science? Like, dude, that... You a goat. You a goat, Rover. You a goat, bro.
They both got hit within about 5 minutes of each other.
So they're hoping crazy stuff's in there. That's what it is. And they're going to take it. Watch. They're still going to take it. They want the bag. Yep. Crazy. Oh, and I didn't even see. They got one of those, like a little hammer, and it's got the little tip. Pew! Just breaks the window that quick.
Once again, you could see their check in the trunk.
Quick, bro. He looks like a plumber. His butt crack's hanging out.
And there's 2 interesting things to point out here. Number 1, if you look at the jacket on this guy and compare it to the jacket from the previous break-in, you can see it's the same guy, suggesting they probably work the same routes, which means they probably recognize regularly parked cars versus a new visiting car. So I felt especially honored that a trained professional like this fell for our backpack, even if it was possibly in a desperate attempt just to find a belt. And number 2, you can see just how quickly it all happens, even breaking the glass. The thing with tempered glass is it's really hard to break, until it isn't. And while this guy looks like Iron Man here, just casually pushing his hand through, what you don't see on his palm embedded in the glove is a sharp ceramic chunk or a spike of hardened steel.
So they sell those that you could keep for your car in case. So it comes with like a knife to cut your seatbelt, and then also if you get in a car crash or somehow your car ends up in a lake, you can get out real quick, and that thing will break a window. I mean, as you just saw, like that.
Sort of like this. And as you can see here, if you have the right tool to concentrate the force on a really small point, it safely crumbles to nothing almost instantly. But more importantly than all that, now we had both boxes registering they'd been stolen while we tracked them both on their embedded GPS, watching as they made their way around, stopping periodically to hit more cars.
That is crazy, dude.
I'm not seeing that. These guys? I thought that was gonna be the one, okay.
That one was gonna be the one,
and after
man.
they each drove around for about 10 minutes, we sent a command to commence Operation Air Freshener.
Let's go, air freshener.
And unfortunately, because we had to condense everything down so
can't hear him
small sort of
talk.
last minute, the mic was in the same small box as the pump, so we don't know exactly what was said. But what we do know is that about 90 seconds after the pump started, they tossed the whole bag from the car. And the best part about this is that outside the backpack, the pump and spray are actually really quiet. So the only possible way they could have located the source is if they sniffed their way to the answer. And as our test showed, they'll continue sniffing it for weeks.
Let's go!
And in the second car, it was a nearly identical outcome.
I'm not doing it. I gotta put that to me.
Only in this case, because the pump ran a little quieter at one point, we got to hear them close in on the source.
Hold on, what is that?
And about 20 seconds later, their backpack
Ah, it sprayed me! Something's in my face, man!
met the
What's in my
exact same
face?
fate as the first. All right, so to wrap up, I'll just say that year over
Let's
year,
go.
we've seen a decreasing number of package steals and a steadily increasing number of Good Samaritans. And maybe people are becoming more considerate, or perhaps everyone just knows what a glitter bomb looks like now, but I love the idea that
You're
at some
famous,
point,
Mark. You're
someone's
famous.
package wasn't stolen because a would-be porch pirate remembered these videos and had second thoughts. One thing that's not conjecture, however, is after so many of you actively shared our video where we infiltrated and glitter bombed those 3 terrible scam call centers in India,
was
it got
crazy.
the attention of some international law enforcement agencies and from the press,
I heard
and
about
because
this.
of your
I think
efforts,
one of them got
those 3
arrested.
centers that had each been in
All 3?
operation for more than a decade, doing upwards of $20 million a year, scamming the most vulnerable amongst us of their life savings, all got shut down with their top officials arrested.
Mark
So thanks to all of
That's
you
awesome.
for watching
Let's go!
and caring, and of course thanks to these 2, because without them, none of this would have ever happened.
Oh my goodness, chat. This was absolutely insane. Again, Merry Christmas and thank you, Santa Mark Rober, for giving us this present. I completely forgot that we get one of these around Christmas time. And dude, it's Friday night. We just got a present and this was, oh, the Thieves didn't get one. And I love the fact that he kind of did like a multi-prong attack here, right? Given opportunity for different thieves of all walks of life to get these amazing presents from Mark Rober. And dude, again, my favorite change that he did on this, is that leader of that fart spray, dude. Oh, I can't even fathom how bad that was. And I just imagine like them picking up that bag and it just sprays him in the face, dude. Ain't no way. This was amazing, chat. And again, rest in peace, 07s for the glitter bomb videos. A sad day that this is gonna be the last one, but let me know in the comments which one is your favorite one. And I'm really interested to see, maybe I'll put up like a tally, you know, I'll add them all together and we'll see what the percentage is of which one is your favorite. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, make sure you show Mark some love by subscribing to his channel and liking the original video. And if you enjoyed my reaction, please help support the channel by smashing that subscribe and like button. It's absolutely free and it greatly helps out the channel. Enjoy your weekend, have a Merry Christmas, and remember, it's eat, sleep, and make beats, and as usual, be kind of one enough. And that's all I got. Boom, I'm out. Got nothing but love for the sauce gang. Hot sauce boots. Woo-hoo!